Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to take a look at a couple of upcoming promo cards, and frankly, some stuff you should be very excited about. Although I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, one of these cards you aren't going to get. Unless you're Antoine Boulet, who I know does watch some of my videos. If you're Antoine Boulet, I think you actually are going to get this card. Some people are. But I'm afraid the vast majority of you watching are not going to be getting this card. What it is the new Celebration Fanfare promo. Now, what we've got is basically a card which is being given out over in Japan to anybody that already has at least 30 championship points by the end of the season. Now, the lovely Antoine Boulet has also jumped in here and given us some numbers. I mean, I say lots of things about Antoine and how wonderful they are, but seriously, there's just proof after proof after proof, because Antoine has told us there are currently 13,632 Masters, 950 Seniors, and 679 Juniors who have got that many championship points. So actually, as it stands, maybe you can get a hold of this. Maybe this is a card that is not going to go really dumb on the secondary market. Although, let's be clear, you're still looking at roughly 15,000 copies of this card. So, let's not go overboard. And I know 15,000 sounds like a lot. It is really not. To put that into some kind of context, I've told you many times about the Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon VMAX alternate art over in Japan that were given out in a lottery-style system. You had to basically write a little tournament report and put it onto the Japanese website. And there are roughly 3,000 of these which have been distributed. And these cards are borderline impossible to get hold of for a decent price. You are probably talking about a couple of £1,000 if you want to try and pick these cards up. Flareon Itokacheke is one of my literal favourite cards I've ever seen, artwork-wise. And I've got a couple copies of the English version because that was a nice little promo over here. But I have resigned myself to the fact that unless this channel really blows up, and you can help with this, and I become like proper well off, and you can help with this, I am not going to own this card. Because price-wise, it is completely out of range for me. And 3,000 of them were printed. Okay? So yeah, 15,000 sounds like a lot. But again, we're talking about, 3,000 copies is ridiculously expensive card that is completely out of the price range of anybody but the most wealthy or obsessive collectors. You are talking about having to go properly over the top to be able to afford this card. So don't think 15,000 is some kind of massive amount of copies that is going to make this quite an easy to get hold of card. It is really not, ladies and gentlemen. It is, ridiculous. Price-wise, absolutely ridiculous. It's not going to be cheap, ladies and gentlemen. It is really not going to be cheap. Alright, so with all of that borne in mind, what actually is this? How excited should we be for this particular card? Well, it's actually one we've seen before. So it's not a new card, it is basically a new print of an existing card which has been given out in Japan for a couple of years at this stage. And it's one of these cards that is cool. It's not one of these cards that is particularly good. I mean, you've got Bidoof on there, which is lovely, and artwork-wise, I don't think it's a coincidence some of the cards they've chosen. You see Luminion on there, and we're talking about a format which has had Luminion as a really good card to use to search out your supporters and get rolling in the early game. I'm not saying that it's not a coincidence, but I'm saying it kind of almost certainly isn't. We've got your Hisuian Zoroark, which of course was the cover Pokemon back in Dark Phantasma. So that's a Pokemon that, in this particular format has been very, very popular and very, very cool. And then of course we've got Arceus on there, who has just been, Arceus has been ruling this format. And it's been like the card. So there's clearly cards on here, Pokemon on here which have earned their way on through the Pokemon TCG. And then Bidoof and Hisuian Electrode and Oricorio. Although to be fair, Oricorio has been a little bit of a staple in Mew decks, so I don't think it's a coincidence that this is the print of the, there's 4 different Oricorio. I don't think it's a coincidence this is the Oricorio that gets on there. And even then, you could talk about Bidoof. Well, Bidoof evolves into Bibarel, who has, of course, been a draw engine for this particular format. I'm not saying they've sat down and really done this, but I am saying that there's clear overlap between the Pokemon that found their way into this card and Pokemon that have been, seeing a bunch of play in the format. It's not the top Pokemon of the format, but outside of kind of Pikachu and Asui and Electro, these have really made a little bit of an impact. So what is the card as a whole? Well, it's one that says, once during each player's turn, that player may heal 10 damage from each of their Pokemon, but if they do, their turn ends. And it's clearly a rubbish version of Champions Festival. Champions Festival has been the world's promo for the last few years, and actually we're going to talk about it in a minute, but it has been officially confirmed as the world's promo for this year. Here's the 2019 print, which was the most recent Worlds we actually had, which is nice. And yeah, so quite frankly, it's not as good. Now, Champions Festival only works if you've got 6 Pokemon in play, but it also heals 10 from each of your Pokemon and it doesn't end your turn. So clearly, Champions Festival is just a better version of it. But that's not really the point, ladies and gentlemen. That's not really the point. The point is, it's just an incredibly cool promo, and it's one that's going to look very nice in your binder, and that's literally the entire point here. And like I've said, this isn't the first time we've seen a print of Celebration Fanfare. We've seen this before. Here is the 2021 print, featuring Flaffy and Centiskorch and Crobat, and again, there are, you got Urshifu on there. These are Pokemon that have been relevant in the metagame, which is really rather nice. Very busy artwork, but very cool. And what we got here is basically the perfect kind of trophy card. Beautiful artwork. Nobody cares about playing it. And like I say, it's not the first time we've had this card. There's a very good chance it won't be the last. But what is very, very interesting to me is that Pokemon have gone and updated their list of promo cards. I know. And one of the things they basically listed 2 new promo cards. Now, Pokemon do this thing that whereby they've got a specific website that shows when particular promo cards are going to be legal. And they have a list of cards. And right now, there are only 2 upcoming promo cards that Pokemon have listed. And they include Pikachu and Champions Festival. Now, as a side note, and I told you this the other day, this isn't actually really news, but when Pokemon over in Japan sent the list of cards that weren't and were legal for play to Japanese players, they included a bunch of cards that hadn't been released in English, with English numbers, and they told us there was a Champions Festival Sword and Shield 296, which confirms Champions Festival will be the promo this year. They've gone and done it again. This is a second, and again, it wasn't a rumor before, it was a list sent by Pokemon to Japanese players, so it was an official thing. Here's a second official thing that tells us that this year's promo will be Champions Festival. We don't actually know what the artwork looks like, which is a little bit sad. But we know that the promo this year is going to be Champions Festival. That is absolutely official. It's going to have a Pikachu and a Psyduck on. It's going to have some relation to London. We'll have to wait and see. But there's another promo listed there, which is Pikachu, Sword and Shield 153. It is a delayed promo card. And we know it's a delayed promo card, because if it was a modern promo card that was supposed to be coming out now, it'll be promo card 295 or 297. Because it's coming out around at the same time as Champions Festival. Alright? So it has to be a delayed card. It was supposed to be out around about Sword and Shield 153. And if I go and have a little bit of a look at the database over on Cerebi, because, Cerebi's awesome, what do we see? What promo cards are around that time? Well, we could look at, for instance, promos 149, 150, and 151 that were the Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon tins. They should have been released around then. When were they actually released? August the 27th, last year. They came out last year. They came out last August. So, yeah. This promo should have been out a year ago. This promo shouldn't be coming out this year. This promo should already have come out. It should already have come out last year. Why did it get delayed? Well, here's the thing. We don't actually know where this promo is coming. That's what's weird. I'm pretty sure I can tell you which promo it is, but we don't know where it's coming. Which promo is it? I feel very confident it is the So-So Pikachu promo. Now, I can't actually prove this because, again, the card hasn't been released or shown off or any of that. All Pokemon have actually done is gone and put a listing on their website for a promo card, which is Pikachu, which is going to be legal on the 29th of August. And we know that promo cards are legal on the first or third Friday of the month after the product is released. So if this is legal on the 29th, which is weirdly the 5th Friday of the month, hey-ho, essentially, it's coming out sometime in August, probably around mid-August-ish. Expect it, Friday the 12th or Friday the 19th of August, because products are generally released on a Friday. Expect it to be released sometime around there. We don't know where this is coming out. We've not actually been told where this is coming, so we're going to learn soon. It's legal at the end of the month, so they've got to release it soon. That should be pretty obvious. So yeah, at some point they've got to actually show us where this is coming. And it's got to come out pretty soon. Because like I say, if it's legal on the 29th of August, it's going to be released around mid-August. So it can be more than, we should hear this week, I would imagine, when it's actually coming. I don't know is the honest answer. Now, over in Japan, it came as a big group of promos, including the promo Pikachu V and V Max, and we've actually had them for a while. The Pikachu V came in the Pikachu V box, which was part of the Shining Fates expansion. So again, that dates out, that tells you how long ago we actually went and got that one. And the Pikachu V Max was part of Celebrations. That was in the Pikachu V Max figure collection. So we've had both of these for a little while now. It's just been this one we've been waiting on, and now we finally have confirmation that it is coming. It's a promo we've been waiting for a while. It's the So-So Pikachu. It's got wonderful artwork. It's been a running theme of we've been waiting for this. Like I say, it's listed as promo 153, so it should have been out a year ago. It's finally coming now, but we don't actually know when it's coming or how we're getting it. But given that it's legal at the end of the month, we've got to be getting it soon. Sorry I can't give you better answers about that one. I apologise. But now it's over to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know what you think about both of these promos, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some weekly bonus podcasts pretty much, where we talk about, well, anything you want to talk about, answer all your Pokemon questions, etc. And we give shout-outs to the lovely people like Edgar Menares, who has been one of our supporters for a little while and is an awesome, awesome person. Thank you for the continued support, Edgar. You are a lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.